We.
I stopped counting.
Go now, it's recording.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Final Fantasy Pathfinder. Final Fantasy and its subsidiaries are owned by Square Enix. The Pathfinder D20 game system is owned by Paizo, and the FFD20 system is a fan-made system designed by Alan Willig. This is completely non-profit. We're here to have fun. Don't sue us. Also, don't try any of this at home. Cannibalism is bad. Just need to make sure that's out there. I play an evil character. Don't. Just.
Yeah.
We're still having some radical encoding problems.
I mean, if you're really hungry, though.
No!
I also play an evil character.
Are we up? Is it
It's
going?
going. We're just. I think it's going very
choppy.
poorly. You guys see it all choppy and stuff on the stream?
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yes, I'm seeing
That's
it pretty choppy.
God, what in the
just have
world is
another
going
off-stream
on
question.
today? I'm getting
Explain
encoder
Twitch.
overloaded. Is my error.
Sounds like computer processor problems.
I just gave it a little quick listen to the audio. The audio sounds fine. It's only the video that seems to be weird.
I think it's that little pre-stream video. I think there's a leak somewhere in OBS that does not like looping a video forever, because once I transitioned away from it, it's smooth again.
Take it and run. Take it and run.
Okay.
Whoa.
We're going. We found a bug with OBS, or just with my computer. It may just be something. I don't know. We're here. I'm Will Weiler. I'm doing Final Fantasy Pathfinder. Episode like 18 or 19 or something. When we left off last, the party had set off from Lullen with a set of divine weapons to retrieve fuel for their airship to help the king's daughter in Lullen go on her pilgrimage to Abaddon City, which on the other side of the planet, maybe it would be a good idea to fuel the airship rather than walking the whole way. So, on the way over to Moonbright. Along the way, they encountered Cactar, a lot of them, and due to some strange CR2 creature mathematics, the party was almost wiped out by a bunch of Cactar. It's claiming the life of Vis, of Lullen, one of the Hitomi's younger sister, and kind of love interest of Koke a little bit. Resurrection ritual was attempted and succeeded, and they moved on. Found an old man in a boat. Bought food, left their chocobos, paid him to hold the chocobos, and they're on the ferry on the way over to Moonbright. And that's where we are picking up today. So yeah. You're on the ferry, you've seen the map of Moonbright, both the island and the city. The old man has taken onto the boat and is up behind the wheel and is ready to go. What y'all doing?
I don't see a wheel.
He's up
Where's the
I'm
old
brooding.
man?
Over here.
Oh,
It's at the back. That's a floor above us. So what you do is you go up there
Staircase.
and you come up here.
It's like a double decker boat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just on the front and back. It's very small. You kind of get the impression now that you get why maybe he didn't want to have 7 more chocobo on this thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And considering technically a chocobo takes up this much
Mhm.
space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the volume
We
is
could-
the volume.
I
is
mean-
words.
We could just sit on them.
Yeah.
Like it's like Normandy. You just have like everyone like ready to just disembark on their birds.
Yeah, but how long is the boat ride?
Yeah,
Like
how long
days,
is the boat ride?
literally days.
All right then.
Maybe
Okay.
not a good
Yeah.
thing.
Have
I mean,
I finished crafting?
You will within the first day of the on the first day of the boat ride. You will.
Okay.
Or just in the 8 hours you have here this day of the boat ride. Because
Yeah, I've helped.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit myself down somewhere and just pull out my little project and just. We're gonna be here a while, so fine. I'm just gonna.
I need to get more of these ambient tracks. I keep forgetting to. Sorry, you guys are stuck with like the same 5 peaceful music tracks.
It's fine.
You've been busy.
Yeah.
Look out, it is a chocobo after you.
Greg.
You guys are just waiting the journey then.
She's gonna walk over to.
There is food on this vessel, yes.
Yes, there is food.
The
Not
chef
only-
still doesn't have any food.
You
guys
got fed.
bought a bunch of food
We fed you while you were.
for today. at
Yeah,
least.
but
It's
if this
connecting.
thing is gonna take days, then
Yeah.
Yeah, we have some food, and he gave us some food, so.
Yeah.
Consider us all fed for the trip.
She's gonna walk over to Vise.
Yeah. What was it, Eleanor?
How you holding up?
I'm doing what I can after last night.
Yeah. Go ahead and enjoy the ride. It's gonna be a long trip.
I'm trying.
Have you been out on the water before?
No, actually. This is, I guess, the first boat I've been on.
Then
Guess
come on
it
up
kinda
deck.
never came up. Okay. She fucking
gonna go up here.
follows you up deck.
I'm technically on the railing here, but
As Eleanor balances
Queen of the
atop the
world!
railing. Like this is Titanic.
How am I coping with boat?
Okay,
This is my first time being on the boat
Yeah.
too.
yeah.
I guess roll a constitution, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Oh, there they are. Like, where the fuck's my dice?
Wait, does
Uh,
Zeka roll one too, or have they been on a boat before?
I don't know.
I think
Have I
you're
been on
a
a-
pretty... No, you have never been on a boat in your life. That one's actually, yeah.
does that mean that Chef is the only one?
Nell
No.
and Tyra. were on a
Nell
boat.
and
That's
Tyra
how we
both
got-
came over from Xano across the sea.
Ah,
Eleanor's been on boats before.
Fort save, right?
Quick, yeah. Anyone who has never touched a boat before and believes their character to be that sort of, make a fort save. We'll see.
Well,
I mean,
Fort.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
Cookie
don't,
absolutely
eats
is.
dead things, so I'm not too sure if she would.
Plus, it's not really based on that type of person.
Eating,
Vise
eating
is
zombie
fine.
flesh comparatively to walking
Koke
on a
is
boat.
fine.
I don't. Would a bird even get seasick? I could just
I
keep my
don't
head
think
still.
so. I think birds just
Cats and
are
dogs can get
birds.
car sick.
yeah, no, that is a funny thought of watching Echo rock about as this boat hits like a bit of water and head stays
Mhm.
perfectly still,
Yeah.
like shaking a chicken.
It's the auto stabilization bird.
Yeah.
Classic camera mounting trick.
Like humans, birds can experience motion sickness.
Well,
Hmm.
well,
The question is, should I?
nah.
If you-
You're a
Okay.
hardy bird.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Yeah, I
More
don't
for the
think
humor factor.
I really don't think I want to try it.
Anyhow, so you all kind of settle in. Koke settles into a corner, starts crafting, and we'll be there for the next 8 hours. Vise and Eleanor are
Indeed.
kind of looking out on the waves.
We're on an airship in combat, by the way.
hmm
Yeah.
Tyra's
Well, there's a
going crazy.
difference between water and air turbulence.
Yeah, air
Yeah.
sickness and
And
sea
adrenaline.
sickness is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
There's,
too.
well, there's also the fact that, how stable do you think the airship is, particularly in combat, compared to our planes,
You don't really have to justify you not wanting to roll a
I know,
to
I'm
see if
just-
you're seasick. It's
I'm
alright.
There is a difference, but
Pointing
you don't
out-
have to roll.
I did it because it's kind of funny to think, Koke just eats, rotten, undead things and then gets on a boat and feels queasy.
Yeah.
The juxtaposition of that is kind of funny, but she's fine. So
Hilarious. Like, when I am God, I'm gonna get rid of all boats.
Yeah, I'm not trying to justify anything. I just think it's funny.
Anyway,
But
You guys set off. I don't know. Yeah, no, okay. For first day, 8 hours across the sea. For things speed, yeah, it's still the same traversal rules. First day passes. You get over into night. Stars come out. Still clear seas. Does anyone want to take watch, or should we not even bother? Let's see. Let's have people take watch.
I'll watch.
I mean, is the guy? Are we just gonna sail straight through the night, or this is the only captain on the boat, and he's just gonna anchor and go to sleep?
He's going to try. He might go 2 days before falling asleep, just to speed us up. But I mean, unless anyone wants to relieve him, if anyone's a particularly good pilot.
I think only
Okay,
Koke
nope.
could do that.
I was gonna say I still have
He
technically
does
no ranks
have
in pilot.
I do have 7 ranks in pilot. Well, yeah. I've got 7 points in pilot. Sorry, that's my stat. 7.
Well,
But that's an airship, and I still need to sleep.
Would this be a drive check?
Would this be navigate?
Well, you're not navigating because you're kind of crossing a lake. Well, funny thing is, I guess for the first day you are navigating a little bit, but because where you guys are looking out, some of you that are a little bit more acute might notice the tops of mountains on the island, but otherwise it's just what looks like ocean out to where you're going.
Okay.
first watch.
Hmm?
First watch perception.
First, alright, Echo's taking first watch. Who's taking second watch?
Tyra will.
Okay.
I guess I'll take third.
Echo, Tyro,
Just make sure Avis is tucked away in her corner.
Eleanor. Okay. Echo, your watch passes without an issue. Tyro, make your perception check.
Let's see here.
Alright. You fucking pierce the veil there with
Wait,
your
oh,
32.
Feet of natural hunter, and the other 2's for my damn chocobo's alertness feat. So
Yeah.
that's why it's so goddamn.
No, nice man.
In
And yet you're still not as perceptive as me.
in the
on
dead
raw,
of
on
night, you notice there's birds. They're kind of sort of inland birds, and as the evening closes in, you realize you're getting closer and closer to the continent because you can start to see now very visibly the tops of all the mountains and that sort of stuff. And it's like, oh, land birds. Eleanor, go ahead and make your check.
All right.
You look around, nothing happens. First evening, it looks like he's willing to go through the first night here, unless anyone wants to relieve him. You guys can pick up another. Let me move you guys back to the map so you can actually see this.
You said it's a navigate, right?
Well, at this point you can see where you're
No.
going. So at this point,
Sailing in Pathfinder is like profession sailor.
Oh, well, I don't have profession sailor, but I do have pilot.
Pilot is
good.
specifically airships.
Oh, check that. What's the?
I got the page
Ship-
right here. I'll throw it at you.
Similar to an airship, you just don't have to worry about up and down.
No,
Yeah.
no.
No.
You have to worry about down very much.
But I mean, like actually ascending and descending up and down, not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Typically, when flying an airship, you don't have anything underneath you trying its best to push you off course.
Drive.
My question is, if this guy does the this boat trip a lot, how does he normally get across?
Anchors and stops. Just takes longer. Just takes
Yeah,
a nap.
I would have asked him to, anchor and go to bed.
Which is kind of weird because it has pilot is for airships, drive is for Magitech stuff. What happens if it's a boat?
Is it a Magitech boat? Then you
It's
drive
not.
it. If this is a wooden wind and sea, take us where you may, then it is a profession sailor.
Well, then that's what.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Let me check something.
Can
I mean,
I would say for the sake of it just being a ship, you could still make a pilot check for it. And I get that they're different things here, but it's a fucking boat.
I'd say that if anybody's were watching him, we could probably get the gist of the role.
You-
That see if this thing's calm.
You likely wouldn't be able to change sails around or any of the things that would usually be required to actually run a boat. But as long as the wind doesn't change and you're going in a straight line, you can kind of just hold the wheel for him.
I'll do that then. If I get like quick, sort of, this is that, have fun from him,
Alright,
I'll-
he shows you the ropes over the last couple hours before the exchange happens. That's the first quote unquote 8 hours boat's day's travel. And through the night, Koke, you driving through the night?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Through the night, you guys make another 8 hours of travel, which on a sailboat is 48 miles again.
Okay.
It is dawn of the second day sailing.
So just for future reference, I see two versions of sailing. You can either use profession sailing or a drive check if you're behind the wheel.
We'll suss that out here eventually.
Okay, just saying.
Whenever he wakes up, I'll tag out and I'll get some sleep then.
He wakes up at the crack of dawn as if on an 8-hour NPC wake-up timer. Comes and relieves you and begins sailing, and you go back to sleep for the first 8 hours of travel. What's other people doing? At this point, you can very clearly see how many miles away are you from the coast here? About 24 miles.
Are we going
So,
around
yeah.
the northern half of that?
We're less than a day.
Your target, he points out on the map to you guys, is up here, the actual port of the tip of Moonbright.
So it'd be another day or two.
You came from here, over here. You're moving your way up and around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
it's a bit of a journey.
She's gonna go check on Beast again.
Then Tyro's actually gonna go see now. Scarno Vaughn, do you have a moment?
At this point, I'm probably just watching out over the lake ocean thing. Answer back in Elvon. Sure. What's going on?
Well, you recall that spell that I tried to cast back at the castle in Lowland?
You mean the one with the disappearing guard?
Hey, Ichi, could you turn yourself up just to weave it?
Hold on just a second. See if I can make an adjustment. How's that?
That's better.
Well, thing is, the swapping guard wasn't actually supposed to happen. The idea was for me to transport myself, and only myself, to the destination of my choice. However, according to Cookie, the person I want to talk to learn this spell completely is within Moonbright. The catch, though, is that it's Cookie's ex-wife. That being said, all I know is that she is a professor within Moonbright, and I'm not sure, but the way Cookie made it sound is that they still kind of talk, but the relationship seems, how do I put it, tenuous, I guess would be the best way to describe it. And I feel like I could probably use a little bit of help trying to, one, find her, because he didn't say where exactly I can find her, only in Moonbright, and to actually try and convince her to actually teach me the spell.
Do you know where she would be in Moonbright?
Not exactly, unfortunately. All Cookie said was that she was a professor of older arcane magics.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to find a place for her, I'm assuming she'd probably be, Moonbright's a giant university, so he'd probably either be teaching or in one of the wings. I have a family member in Moonbright, but I'm not certain if he would know her. I could try asking around.
Possibly, and if perhaps they don't know, they can at least point me in a direction where I can find out.
Sure. I was heading there anyways. I wanted to speak to my uncle. It's been a long time since I've spoken with him. As long as he doesn't drag me into one of his experiments, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah. Hopefully he's not the really eccentric type, but
It's not like there's plenty of those types around.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Cookie just uses Dimension Door to restore his voice like, what?
Heard you talking shit.
I'll be honest, I haven't seen him in years, but I don't. Well,
Nothing personnel.
Womp. Womp.
God.
if he starts rambling, I might ask for your help for bailing me out of there, but otherwise, it should be fine. We could just ask him if he knows this professor you're looking for, and then just head out.
Yeah, that works for me.
Second half of the day, pushing into the kind of evening hours. He's probably found him still going for another 48 hours, 48 miles for 8 hours travel.
If he wants to rest during the night, I'll take over again.
Yeah, well, we're not quite to nightfall yet, luckily. Fucking there's space issues here.
Mm.
Could I get everybody making a perception check?
Sure.
Yay.
Here we go. Cactar off the port bow.
Sea cactus.
Let's not,
Get in the
please.
fire!
Ah, God damn it.
Oh.
I do need to leave in like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Where do those perception checks start? Echoes?
I got a 19.
Yeah, I think it was Echoes was the first one in that run. Echo, Tyro, Eleanor, and Nell, you notice a shadow pass under the ship at high speed. Just right under you.
Do we see the shadow go past us, or is it staying underneath us?
It swoops past you, heading over into Moonbright. At this point, the guy is up on the wheel, and he's pointing out on the horizon, kind of as you're pushing into the late afternoon, and he's pointing out that see that bridge there on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There's the Aether Line. It's the first thing of its kind.
What does it do?
It's like it's like a cart, or it goes. They've built a set of these magic rails, and like he kind of points to the bridge, and you see these little stones kind of dotting all along the surface, stretch all the way from here to Xanope. When it's finished, it'll ferry people off from Moonbright all the way around the other side of the planet.
Whoa.
Really now?
It's a
That'd
marvel
be
of
pretty
engineering.
impressive.
And you guys see it's built on a piered cable stay bridge, like a steel bridge, crossing this entire sea, like out over the horizon towards the opposite side. Like,
Big project.
it's a phenomenally long bridge just in and of itself.
Never mind.
Wait,
She's gawking at the bridge.
is that straight up Alarm Garden down there? That's like,
Shh.
That wasn't a praise check, by the way.
Doesn't
I
involve
can't
that.
fathom this.
You literally can't even fathom how much this sort of project would cost. It is like, as soon as you start starting to put numbers to it, like the amount of steel, the amount of labor, the amount of time, you realize that your frame of reference is completely wrong. Like, how many +1 longswords would this cost? Out of just,
How
Yeah.
fast theoretically could you get to Zenope on something like this?
I mean, maybe 4 or 5 days, maybe a week at most.
For a reference, frame of reference, that's really fast, right?
That's like, it would take you almost a month of continuous travel on like a chocobo or something.
How long would our airship take?
About the same amount of time.
Oh wow!
And your
Well,
and
considering
your airship's
you said
making
it was
a beeline.
what, 2 days to go from Lowland to Abaddon City. By
Oh yeah,
ship,
no, yeah.
continuous.
Yeah, I was getting the pacing off there. Yeah, no, the train would get there probably within. Actually, yeah, no, it's still like 6 or 7 days. Your airship, though, yeah, you could get to Xanope in like a day probably if we actually looked at the overworld
Echo
and we
is-
mathed it.
Echo is cleaning at the shadowy thing. Throw away. It swam that way.
What you
Yeah,
seeing
she's
down there, Bert? Yeah.
I saw something too. Is there anything nasty that lives in this water?
Only one thing, but he usually leaves us alone.
Oh, he's absolutely going to attack us then. Realize this, right?
What? Attack? What do you mean an attack? Jeez.
This fucking old man.
You know what? For shits and giggles, I'm tempted just to re-equip my staff, my master staff of lightning.
Don't cast lightning on the water.
As you're all sitting here and you're slowly approaching in on this bridge, you're looking at, you're admiring the 100-odd foot piers and the delicate steel cables and all these sort of very carefully placed magical gems all along it. This huge project. You notice a eruption out of the water in front of it, probably
Yep.
a couple miles off from where you guys are. And you see break out of the surface in one swing a large serpent, probably 1,000 to 2,000 feet long.
Leviathan, Leviathan.
That swings over the bridge and crashes down on it, imploding it as if it isn't even there, and splashes right back into the ocean. Just cleaves it in half.
That.
Oh.
Oh boy.
I will take the time to put the staff, the scepter of the pious into my bag and re-equip my mastercraft staff of lightning.
And as
I'm not surprised.
the impact of this moment hits you, your old salty sailor's face goes pale, and you see from where the wave broke a surge coming towards you, probably like 15-20 feet high.
Initiative. Where's my initiative? Initiative.
Oh god.
How bad does it look?
It looks like if the ship isn't facing towards it, it will capsize.
How far away are we from shore here?
Oh boy.
In the ballpark of like 6 miles.
All right.
Don't
This
know how
thing's
strong
gonna
it
be
is.
I'm
on.
in
Where you
full
guys are.
plate.
Yeah, this thing's gonna
I'm in
be.
full plate.
Yeah, this thing's gonna be on us in like what, 10, 15 seconds?
Probably. I mean,
All
it's
right, yeah.
it's not. You get the impression it's probably not the creature. It's literally just the wave from its.
It's just the
impact in
wave,
water.
yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's just
So
a-
we should spin the boat.
Yeah. And in fact, this guy with eyes wide is already kind of tossing the wheel, and you all you feel the entire boat shift in angle underneath you. If I could get
Right.
reflex saves from all of you.
Oh, time to brace.
Okay,
Flex, alright.
hang on.
If I could spell, it'd be great. Actually, no, it's actually +2 at this point.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Come on.
No, you're on this.
Okay.
Some good save,
5,
hopefully.
6,
Echo.
5.
Echo, Tyro, and Eleanor, you all topple and go prone on the side of the ship as it finishes swinging around to face the wave, and it hits you guys like steel against, rock, as your little wooden boat is tossed almost upright as it rides the wave up and breaks over the top, almost flipping. And in that slight moment, as you're cresting through the air on the way back down, you look out into Moonbright, and you notice along the shoreline, there's probably a dozen, maybe 24 of these treaded steel-barreled constructions. And just as you kind of look over them and wonder where those are, you hear echoing like thunder coming from the coastline in sound towards you. And you crash down the other side. You begin to hear cries as well off the coastline. And as the wave splashes over your ship, let me just scroll over here. Scroll over back. As the wave crashes over your ship, small splashes of water remain on the top of the boat and seem to move to come to life.
Of course.
God dang water elementals.
Well, really glad I equipped my staff of lightning.
Yeah, no, it was
Careful where you're aiming
Eleanor,
at.
it was Tyro, and it was Echo that went prone, so I'm tossing you over here. Prone.
Okay.
Prone. Fuck Tyro, yeah, and you're fucking back here under the stairwell and prone. Yeah. You.
What about the?
Hmm?
What about the princess?
She seems to be fine, but there's an elemental
Right.
very close to her.
Yeah.
I would like everyone to roll for initiative, including the big ol' sea serpent and the 15-odd fucking artillery cannons on the coast.
Okay, that's a better roll than the Cactar fight. Jeez.
Let me get the.
Okay, let's see.
Man, +6 to initiative
board up.
still go fucking
Clear this
last.
thing. Grab all you guys.
That's my.
You add all them.
I guess we know who's going first.
No, she's prone.
I'm prone. I'm only going to be getting up.
So
Yeah.
Angry Doggo has awakened.
And provoking an AOO from the thing standing beside you.
She won't care.
Yep.
I'm the tank.
With that note, basically judging by the stairwell, if I move just once, like 5 feet to the left, does that mean I can technically see the elemental by the captain?
If you move 5 feet to the left, yeah, you could peg him over the crest of the stairwell.
Okay.
I'm gonna just finish getting all these guys all set up.
DCs for spells are typically spell level plus casting mod plus 10, right?
Yep.
Wow, these things
Yes.
are.
Okay.
So that's 16.
That's going to be important on my turn.
That is not lucky. For side note, for those looking at the initiative rolls on those 3 elementals, they only have a +1 to initiative.
Damn.
Eh,
Taking away your initiative dice.
Oh, fucking-
Yeah, seriously.
Damn, you bought me this dice.
Well,
Wow, no,
well, Tam giveth, Tam throweth the fuck away.
And meanwhile, Vise gets a 7 plus her initiative of 4, which is much better, but fucking 11. So, Eleanor, do we have
I missed the
yours is
+9.
at 28?
Yeah.
Got you. We're missing Salty Sailor of fucking 6.
Nell
Good
and
job, buddy.
Tiro. When you guys fill in your initiatives, it's handy if you put your bonus in decimals, like
Yeah, in case of
Cocaine I did.
ties, which-
Yeah,
did
in
go-
case
no
of-
one,
How many
no one
times?
rolled the
One.
same.
It'd be a 14.1 or 4. Or 0.1.
you should because God still has initiatives to roll.
Okay, so-
There you go.
Yeah,
What the-
that means. Yeah, no, because it's 19.01. Yeah, that beats out that water elemental. Any other ties? No, we're fine. Okay. I'll just switch this over to
Some battle
something
music.
a little bit more severe.
I
Okay,
don't think
I wanna
that's
do
fair enough.
first.
it's not severe enough. It's severe enough. Eleanor, it's your move first. You are currently prone. There are a water element on either side of you,
Yeah.
and I would like the record to show these are canned locations I dumped these things at. It was not a malicious swarming of Eleanor that these water elementals were placed.
Yeah. Alright, well. She doesn't like being on her butt, so she's gonna get up, which does provoke.
All right, let's try and keep this rolling as quick as we can.
Mm-hmm.
7. That's 23. 23 hit you.
With her -4 to AC from
Yeah,
being prone, yes.
Should roll that in the thing. 1d8 plus 4. 1d8 plus 4. You
Okay,
take 10
ow.
points of damage right off the bat. What are you doing with the other half of your move in your standard, or just I guess just your standard as Pathfinder?
She's going to.
I don't remember.
Let's see. Well, she doesn't even have her sword out yet.
Yeah. Well, you could have drawn it as part of the initiative.
Part of getting off. Yeah, I
Just
guess
you're
she.
fucking yeah. You're. Oh god.
All right. Okay, her sword's out. All right, so Vis is in trouble.
She is.
So she's going to
It appears you've led her right into the monster closet.
Again.
again. Let's see. Well, first off is swift action. She's going to go into Sword Oath this time,
Alright.
which, for the record, is. Double check this real quick.
When I play
So-
Passive Greed, it allows you to draw 2 cards.
Sword Oath. For the rest of the battle, I get +2 to my attack rolls, +3 to all my damage rolls, but I ignore DR equal to half my level. However, -2 to AC. And then she's gonna go ahead and standard. Gonna burn a Pluto point here, and she's gonna stock break at her feet. Which is a 30 foot, I think. Yeah,
Well,
30
just-
foot AoE. They get a DC reflex save DC 13.
Okay,
five,
both of them.
DC
Oh,
18
that's-
reflex save.
That's on a D8. Sorry, wrong.
He makes it.
And
So do you.
natural 20.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
The other elementals both make it. Does it do anything
Ugh.
else?
Okay, they just take half of this incoming damage and no status
Okay.
effect, unfortunately. Alright, so. Just double check the damage on this thing. Deals my sword damage plus 1d6. Okay. So 1d10 plus a lot and 1d6.
Well, take half of that. So take 9 apiece.
Yep.
And
Alright,
first elemental blood is been drawn.
That's move standard swift. I'm done.
Okay. Next up, it is that one. The one next to him, who will immediately attempt to punch him in the face. Oh god!
Poor guy.
Come on, old man, you got
Get
this.
Get off me! It's gonna get no fucking
Oh.
clears right through his AC of basically just his shirt.
Oh.
Mine's not any better, so
Protect the elderly.
Oh no!
working on it.
How did I
Alright.
get there?
It is Echo's turn. You are prone.
Can I get up and just move?
Sure.
It's a move action to stand.
You could. Then you
You'd
could
use your standard to move.
You can use
again.
your standard
Yes.
to move, yeah.
You could just get up and move if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm going to get up. And
Like,
just
go
sort of
basically-
like,
basically any fucking where on the ship because it's so small.
Yeah.
You close with him. You got anything for your swift?
I don't think I can do anything with my. I don't think I have any swift
Alright.
action.
Moving on to the elemental next to Eleanor, who will immediately go for the thing that just hurt him, for the sake of not provoking an attack of opportunity. It swings at you with a slam +7. Does a 20 hit you?
Checking. Barely misses.
Is he just
Their AC has gone down because of Oath, but it's still 21.
splash of water just hits you in the middle of the breastplate and just ping? Metal versus water, man.
the battle downriver lost.
Yeah, that's all he can do because he doesn't want to move because of AOS. Nell, your turn.
Alright, how am I gonna do this? Echo seems like I had that elemental done, so... Okay, if I move
You-
to left, am I technically able to see the elemental YVs as well? Or
From
is that
where
too
you
far
are,
away?
if you were to be in this tile on the left, you could see this elemental up there. But from where you are right now, you could even see the elemental just south of Eleanor, just because he's up on against the railing.
Oh, okay, so I can see that one right by Eleanor.
It's just a line of sight issue with the level change.
In that case, how am I gonna do this? Alright, so for my standard, considering I never use this, I'm gonna use as Sam calls it, squeak of people. Inspire courage. Everyone that can hear me, allies, get a +2 to, in this case, it would be a +2 to attack and weapon damage rolls.
Ooh.
Delicious.
And let's see.
However, I can burn.
+2, you
Okay.
say?
Yeah, +2.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
We'll check that. Also, with my swift action, I am going to use the sonnet. And where's my cheat sheet on that?
Need that.
Uh,
Let's see, that is.
requires a perform check of DC 10 plus the CR of the creature. I am going to use it on the elemental attacking. Well, I'm going to move 5 feet. I'm going to use it on the elemental next to V's here.
My god, Eleanor's attack is fucking ridiculous right now.
Perform
Haven't
skill
even gotten to
is-
my turn yet.
I mean, not the damage, but her accuracy. She's not gonna miss unless I get a 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's 26.
Between
Uh-huh.
the sword oath, and Nell's song, I'm at +20 to hit.
Is that your perform check for your song?
Dissonance.
Just
Basically, the skill check is DC plus twice. No, wait, that's a different one. Perform check is DC 10 plus the CR of the creature. So I'm assuming I more than made that.
CR the creature. Yeah, no.
Unless it's
they
CR16.
are not.
Yeah.
They're CR3.
Leviathan resists it though.
The Leviathan cannot hear you.
Yeah.
What does
I'm
it
gonna
do?
use Shatter. Basically, 1d6 plus charisma modifier points. If it succeeds by 5 or more, then it increases to 2d6. If it's 10 or more, then it increases to 3d6. If it's 20 or more, which I seriously doubt, then it increases to 4d6. So, how many am I rolling?
Well, it's 30. It was DC 13 if it's CR. If it's 10 plus CR.
That target-
so-
That targets creatures?
Doors don't have CR.
So it's beat it by 10.
That's true.
Beat it by 10? Okay, so it's going to be 3d6 plus my charisma modifier.
Damn.
What does it got to beat? I was distracted there for a second and doing some maths.
Beat it by 10.
What kind of save? Was it a reflex or a fort?
No,
No. She had to make a check. The
Okay,
check
yeah.
needs to beat 10
plus
plus
CR.
CR, which is
Yeah,
their CR
which it
3. That's 13. She rolled a 26. That is 10 higher.
Yes.
Then-
okay.
so that means it goes-
I thought I had missed a save that they had to make.
No.
then.
No save. This is just damage.
Okay.
It's a
Just
no
a
save
damage.
Then
attack.
just do
which is really-
damage. For
it's
they
really
all
good.
can hear you.
Ow.
Ooh, nice.
Nice. Jesus Christ.
And that's my turn.
What's it hitting?
It's hitting the one by V's.
This one.
Okay.
Who is looking
Sonic
quite
Boom.
rough now, actually, even after just that one bip. You get the impression he was the frailest of the three, the one next to Echo being the sturdiest of the three, and he's in trouble. And it is finally his turn. If you're gonna get any other swifts or anything.
No, that was my Swift.
Okay. Oh, didn't do your standard yet then?
Standard, I did the Squeak of People, which gives
Okay.
a 1 or plus
I'm
hit and
just-
a damage rolls.
I am scattered all
It's-
over the place here.
Actually, is that
It's
counting as my ability as well, or is that only for attacks?
What was that?
No,
the
it's
pla-
only for attacks.
Okay, then yeah, never mind.
It is this thing's turn, and it is immediately going to attempt to attack Reese, because it is fucking in range.
I only just
14.
fixed that.
Check your,
Yeah.
check your AC. That does not
Okay,
hit
the only
you,
tool.
no.
Trying to attack me since it didn't so much.
You have Daddy's new fancy armor. You are fine.
Yeah.
Unless you're fighting Cactars, then you're
I
fine.
just
Yeah.
raised that.
Yeah.
She's
gonna-
your turn.
She's gonna
All
yell
right,
for.
I'm going to use a standard action to
Okay.
stand up, and I forget what the control is to actually rotate my.
There you
Move.
go.
Will has to
it's
do it.
Move.
Okay.
It's move to stand up.
Okay, so
You still got your standard.
yeah, I still got my standard. So I can't make. Shit, I can't make another movement. Okay,
You can move with your standard.
I can move
You
my
can
standard.
you can
okay,
you can
'cause I
treat
still
your standard action as
Because I
though a
still
move
have a
action.
couple swift. I still have a couple swift because if I were to move, basically right here, I could
Mhm.
technically see this one over here.
You can see it from where you are right now.
Oh, I can see. Where,
Fuck.
okay.
It's
Okay. So since I had the +2 to
It's-
that,
it's above you by about 6 feet or so, but it's
okay.
just straight up.
Okay.
Like it's on that railing right there. That's right there.
Yeah.
While Tira's thinking about what he's doing, I'm gonna give Chef a look and ask, "Are we doing the thing? Is this what's happening? Are
Shake
we
head,
doing the
shake
thing?"
head, shake
Okay.
head, shake head.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to burn a use of quick cast, and as that makes any standard action spell a swift action, and I'm going to cast Dark 3 on the elemental that's engaged with Eleanor.
Hey, that's my line. That's exactly what I was gonna do. That spell on that elemental. Fuck you.
There's 2 other elementals, Chef. You can have one of the others.
Now, ladies.
Oh, I mean, frankly, Chef is perfectly capable of Dirk jumping like up here, and
Probably. Yeah.
Jeff is not
So,
jumping
let's
anywhere on this
see.
boat in
I
this water.
base my
Mm-mm.
bonus. Let's see.
Not in plate mail.
okay.
Let me see. Baby is 4 plus a 2 from Nels. That's 6. Okay. God damn it!
Wow, I'm sorry, man.
There it is.
God damn it! There goes
Sure.
3 points to my fucking arcane pool.
All right.
Yeah.
You still got your standard though, yeah?
No, my. Oh wait, I still do. Yes,
Yeah, you
Still
didn't
ca-
move.
and you can still cast.
I can still cast.
Do
I
it
am
again.
going to use.
Do
I'm going to use
it
my
again.
Mastercraft Staff of Lightning.
Okay.
That'll be a 1d. So roll.
Make
1d.
another.
Make sure to add +2 to that. That still counts.
It's an RTA.
Oh yeah, because it's my actually no, it's actually plus because it's a Mastercraft. Yeah, it's basically plus another 1, so that's 1d20
To
plus
attack.
7. Plus,
I don't know
yeah.
what it is, but I have a really bad feeling about casting lightning on these things.
Yeah.
Oh, we're about to find out.
Yeah.
Uh,
Does a 20 hit it?
a 20. Yes, it absolutely.
That
hits
is
it.
a ranged touch attack. So
That absolutely hits it then.
okay.
That's touch AC of 11.
So that is a 1d6.
I've
Actually,
braced.
there's plus
Add 2
plus
to
my
that.
charisma mod, so 8 points of damage.
Hey God, how damp is the boat?
as lightning arcs over to it, sorry. As lightning arcs over to it and hits it, it jolts through this water elemental and seems to do more damage than you expected.
Okay.
Unfortunately, around the time that the electricity lands, it is in the middle of punching Eleanor in the face, and Eleanor takes your 8 points of damage too.
Ow.
Ouch.
There it is.
Every time you cast lightning. Every time.
It's
Yeah.
fucking water on
So-
steel, like 2 feet away. Like
So with that water elemental, is it basically additional 50% damage?
you get the impression it's probably doing double.
Oh shit. Oh. Okay.
Is that you?
That should do it for me. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
And Chef,
You'd
it is
probably
your
hear it.
turn.
You'd probably hear like a yelp from her. She got electrocuted.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Okay.
Not as bad as
Swift.
this
Swift, dark side.
one.
Move action, pull the dark materia out of my greatsword. Standard, use said materia on the one next to Eleanor.
Dark side's
Range
an
touch
aura, right?
attack.
I just want to let you know that I rolled a will save. You see if Coke laughed. She rolled a 1, so she's laughing.
Your range
As
touch
Eleanor
attack
yelps.
on your 2 absolutely hits.
Oh,
Crap.
They only have
it's
11
gonna
touch
need-
AC.
Yeah.
it's gonna need to roll a fortitude save.
Fortitude save.
If it doesn't die.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
It rolls an 11. What is it beating?
It is trying to beat 18.
It does not.
Then it gets to dim status.
Now, is it dead with 35 dark damage?
Absolutely. Is it you just
Okay,
you see this dark hit this water elemental and it just back into water and
Yeah.
splashes off the
Chef has just like stood up,
Come
glowed red, just quick like pull out the sword and just like pull the materia out of the pommel and just throw it over, just whoosh and just everywhere.
All right.
He didn't actually throw the materia.
No,
Okay, then.
I did
No.
not throw the
This-
materia.
It goes into the ocean. You get a Moana dive
Fuck.
after it. Alright, what else are you doing?
That was my swift move and standard.
Okay. Vis, it is your turn.
Thank you, Nell.
Welcome.
I'm gonna shoot the one that's right in front of me, DM. Okay.
I believe in you!
Oh no.
Plus,
You gotta be able to
Do
shoot
it.
better than me.
You can do it.
plus 7. A 19. That fucking hits. That hits the normal AC. Good job, Vis. How much damage do you
Alright.
do? Still just 1d. Really, just 1d8? I don't plus 1.
Yeah. Are you
This
adding
is-
a +2 to it?
And plus 2
Oh, plus 2
from-
from the sun.
speak of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People.
So yeah, no, it's yeah. 5 damage. It is still standing. Very barely. She does not do a whole lot of damage. Oh no. Cocaine, it's your turn.
I step up to the elemental because it's like just fucking right there, and take a swing.
Okay.
Are you gonna drink it?
Sure, how do you eat an elemental?
I cannot.
A straw,
Does
obviously.
a 28 hit it?
It absolutely hits it.
Okay, so here comes. Plus 9 plus.
I've got a roll. I'm leaving Chef's thing. If there's any elementals left on their next turn, they're just gonna keep dark 3ing.
Okay.
Can you toss me a
Alright.
message?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
see
I'll
ya.
be back as soon as I can.
Oh well, we'll give you a recap, and he's gone. We'll give him a recap when he comes back.
Alright, there's the
Jesus
axe.
fucking Christ.
There goes the axe.
Yes, that 28 damage of your axe, which rolled very low, by the way. That 28 damage of your axe handles its last 3 health. As it is smitten into the floor. You almost
And then
feel
the
like you
bites.
see the water just crystallize against the ship.
And then her axe bites her back.
Because the vicious.
I will, as I cleave this thing, I'll wing to this. Miss me?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yours hurts more than theirs does. Than mine does. She kind of like holds up her bow, like measuring it against your battle axe. Your great axe.
I could teach you how to use one. But first of all, we've got another thing to take care of. Hi, Arno!
Hey.
Just doing your job for you, you know, casual things.
and the bitch is
Next.
back.
I foresee another punch in the future, without the healing.
Or maybe with lightning.
Bring it.
As you all begin to clear these elementals, you hear something breach off from the. Come on, Will, you can do this. Off the the port, the side of the ship.
Okay.
And as I fucking move it over from the GM layer, token layer, fucking megalodon looking thing breaches up onto the side of the ship.
Nope.
Oh,
Right next to Nell. Nom nom. Fucking shark.
Okay,
Wait,
attack
we're below.
opportunity.
Did it like? Oh,
How much residue is left of these water elementals after they get smushed?
You see it sloshing around. Luckily, there's a bit of a lip on this upper level here. You might be able to get a slurp off the floor if you really tried.
Excellent.
Oh wait, if it just came out the door, I technically didn't attack of opportunity.
It didn't exit a threatened square. It just entered one.
Damn.
Uh,
Worth a shot.
well, fucking, I guess. And again, letting everybody know, I'm not being malicious here. These are just the canned spots that I had them already in the GM. Like,
It's fine.
Yeah.
it pops up and it is gonna make an attack on you. Yeah.
Is this start of the round?
It's
No.
almost the top of the round. It will
Oh,
be in
right,
a
he's
couple
last one.
turns.
This all is speed. Never mind.
Wait,
Why is that a 10? No, that's not a fucking. Sorry, I keep forgetting to switch the die back. That is an 8. Does a 23 hit you?
It definitely hits.
Okay. Let's see
Flying
if I
standard
can-
armor.
Whoa. Okay.
I don't like the sound of that.
Don't
Am I gonna have to use my Rise Materia again?
Okay, yeah. You take
Ow.
16 points of damage.
Yeesh.
Oh yes.
I thought it was 12. Okay.
That's weird.
Okay.
Okay, it is also, as a free action, is going to attempt to grapple you. because it
It's
is
so
sharp.
fuck.
That's what I just checked on a. When it hits a medium or smaller creature with its bite, it can as a free action attempt to grapple.
I'm assuming that I can't use an immediate considering I already used a swift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're stuck.
That's fucking
Great.
D8 again. Sorry, wrong die. And 27. Does that beat your
Oh,
combat
that
maneuver?
one.
Oh. Wait, is that damage or
It's
just
not damage.
grapple?
It's not damage. That is. It
That's
does
a
that
grapple.
beat your combat maneuver defense,
It should.
which
It
I
should.
probably should. Nell, you are now grasped by the mouth of the beast.
Just hear a squeak, help!
It is
Working on it. Working on it.
It is the old man's turn.
Come on, Salty!
Who
Do something.
continues to drive the ship because that's literally all he could do. What do you expect?
Well, you
God
can
damn
let go of the wheel and punch it. Come on.
Okay,
Elemental.
fine. In psychically hearing Eleanor's
Uh.
plea for assistance, he turns to this thing and is going to attempt to punch it.
You don't have to. I'm just joking.
Well, he's going now.
Uh,
He misses. He fucking misses so hard. He might as well not even let go.
Why you ought to miss?
He probably didn't let go.
You get the impression with his age and maybe some cataracts, he's got some depth perception issues. Like, at the top of the round, you guys hear more cannons going off. Real quick here.
Oh.
1, 2 hits, miss, hit, 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 miss, hit. Okay. Uh, 6 hits.
Wait, what are they shooting at?
Probably the serpent thing in the background.
48. Oh, Jesus
Go to
Christ.
levy.
48 d6.
Yeah, well, I'm being numbed by jaws over here.
Yeah.
As these cannons unload
Cannon!
on this creature.
More
All
Daka!
those one.
There's so many little ones. But hey, the good number 6s though. At that point, it really averages out hard. Like,
Yeah.
you hear a large cry, just echoing over the city as presumably this creature is being hit by a lot of cannons right now. It is that elemental's turn again, who is still alive and still at full health, and he will yet again attempt
Oh, you,
to beat
yeah,
up.
you skipped me.
Oh, did I skip? I fucking skipped you. Sorry. Come back. Do your thing.
All right. Okay. All right. Excuse me, Coca.
Yeah, I'll let you best.
Okay. Can't reach. Okay. Okay. She's gonna do another stock break.
Is there no way you can't move so that you're not within my line?
No, I've only got 20 feet of movement, so I wouldn't be able to get down there anyway.
Alright, well, I really need you, the next time you can move, to not be in line with me.
Are you telling me that?
Just whisper
Yes.
as you go by.
Get out
Okay.
of the way!
Be in
Okay, I'll
line
stand
with me
here.
next
I'll stand-
No, no.
round.
You can stand there now because I can't do it the next one.
Oh,
But do not be in my way after this turn. The next one that comes up, don't be in my way. I will flatten you.
No way.
okay. All right. Well, incoming stock break. DC 18 reflex save on that thing.
You see
Which
it
is,
reflex?
it's currently grappling.
It does
Oh, yeah.
not hit allies.
No,
No,
but he's
I
making a
mean,
point. Reflex save. Don't things automatically fail reflex saves, or is there a penalty?
I'm not sure.
Well,
Tam's the grapple.
there's a -4 to Dex to start with.
Checking.
Da-da-da.
Grapple.
Paizo, reflex. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Escape artist check.
Well, no, they don't. There's no loss of anything at all.
That's what I'm checking right
It's
now.
just
it's
the dex
possible
penalty.
there might be some. Yeah, let me. Grappled. Grappled condition. Really?
I'm not seeing anything about affecting saves, just the -4 to dex.
Grapple.
Yeah.
Minus penalty to dex, -2 to attack rolls. Yeah, I'm not seeing what save. So, with the -4 penalty to dex, is that penalty to dex rolls, or is that penalty to dex as a stat?
I think it's the stat.
Okay, so -2 to
I
things
think.
that involve dex. So it's gonna make a reflex save, and it'll be 2 less. And it's normal reflexes for this thing, which that are really good because it's a shark. Yeah, brings it down
Trying.
to 10. 21.
Ugh.
What does that do?
Okay. Resist the status effect. It's taking the damage though.
Okay.
That sucks. I was trying to get slow on it.
I'm a slow shark.
Sorry, Nell. I got to get close to you to heal you. All right. I'll
Just
take your
no
damage.
rush. Just yeah.
I'm just hanging out. It's fine. Oh,
I can't. I can't safely use Holy Explosion. I'll blow her up.
Don't be
So-
don't have that much HP.
I really should have taken Thunderbolt instead of Holy Explosion. I haven't used that once.
I'll also make sure to tell Sylvie not to be within my direct line to the shark.
All right. Can I do
For
anything
her own
else?
safety.
No, Ellie, you were a close range fighter. I can't do shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Next up is the water elemental. Oh, which I accidentally just hit next time.
It
Okay,
skipped.
what-
Yeah, I got it.
He's fucking making a swing at the old man again. Slam plus 7.
Come on, you old fart! Dodge!
You just hear Piccolo's voice.
12.
Why won't you dodge?
Yes, no, with his dexterity, he just barely fucking misses the old man.
Nice!
Ducks under.
Yeah.
Dodge! He dodges. He's a very obedient NPC. He attacks when we tell him to, and he dodges when we tell him to.
That's our old man.
Oh my
Echo,
God.
it is your turn.
See, I'm going
You're
to
hearing?
pass. I'm going to 5 foot right here, just to clear out a path and cast Cure.
You'll be taking an AOO if you do that.
I'm gonna have to risk it. I don't want.
You
Del-
might want to consider a defensive measure to not lose your spell, though.
Okay, how do I just declare defensive casting?
Defensive casting, or
No,
What's
to,
it?
you roll a concentration check, which is a d20 plus your caster level plus your casting mod.
Okay.
And it is 10 plus twice the spell level. That's what you need to save. So if you're doing a level 1 spell, that's a DC 12.
Okay. Are you?
wow.
You don't.
No, you lose it. Unfortunately. Anything else,
So-
Trig?
I can't do anything else. I don't have any.
No.
I don't have swift actions.
Dice are being a bitch today.
Well, this guy's dead. But between these turns, out on the horizon, you see a
Wait.
pulse.
So casting defensively, you just lose the spell. You don't take the AOO.
I'm not sure. I'll double check.
The point
extreme
is
familiar with
that
it.
if you with casting defensively, you don't take the AOO, so it's only the base concentration check. But if you take an AOO and it hits you, that damage gets added to the DC.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's usually a better bet.
So someone like Ori can normally just cast while next to somebody not defensively because she doesn't have to give a fuck because
Yeah.
she won't take the damage.
The only exception to that rule is if somebody readies an action to attack you if you cast a spell.
Wait, wasn't Echo standing right here before?
Yeah, I did.
Took a 5 foot
It's a
step.
5-foot step.
5 star. Okay, never mind.
So I think that rule gets tweaked around a bit if somebody readies an action because it triggers their, gambit, whatever.
Yeah.
Which is one of the ways you can counter spellcasters doing that. But anyway, moving on.
As you guys sit here, you see a wave on the horizon. Not a wave of water this time, but some sort of strange wave of magic. Finally arriving at you from that cry you heard earlier.
Is there a way to detect what that is?
You
is
can make
there
a spellcraft
knowledge?
check. In fact, yes. Go ahead and make a spellcraft check.
Was that plus?
Oh my god,
You
that's
don't
my
know what that
second
is.
nat 1.
Damn.
Let me see here.
Uh,
I can find a spellcraft DC. Okay.
Bullshit.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay.
That's my spellcraft DC.
Tyra, you recognize it as some sort of healing implement.
Ooh.
It is strange, weird, natural sort of magic, but you get the impression it has healed whatever is alive, which would have been a lot more healing if you hadn't cleared the fucking board of those two so quickly.
Oh, it healed the fucking elementals.
It would have healed the elementals. That two of them are dead and one of them is still at full health.
Jesus Christ.
So all
Alright.
the only guy that received healing here was the shark.
All right. Well, that undid my attack, unfortunately.
Nell, it is
Yeah.
your turn.
Okay, I've never dealt with grapple before. What do I do?
Okay, you
it's
can
a
use
little
your standard
complicated,
action
but-
to make a combat maneuver to break out of the grapple.
You
Although,
can also use an escape artist, which
or you
is
can make
a
an escape
dex-based
artist check,
skill.
which is a dex thing. And if you have points in escape artist, I recommend that because it's probably going to be higher.
I don't have points, but it is a dex-based skill, so I could.
Is it trained only? I don't think it's. Is it trained only?
No, it's
trained.
not trained only.
No, it's
Not
not.
trained only. If it's better than
Well,
your
I
combat
guess-
maneuver modifier, I'd look at that,
it's-
by the way.
If your skill check is going to be higher than your CMB,
CMB, combat maneuver bonus.
then roll for that. If your CMB is higher, you can try to beat it that way.
I
You're
see where
rolling against its
CMB
CMD.
is. Where's CMB? I don't see
It
it on
should
the
be
sheet.
kind of next to it. It'll be the same
Should be
thing,
a-
but without your strength or without your dex.
The CMB is base attack plus strength.
Okay. If base attack
should
plus
be on your
strength
sheet.
is better than just basically your dex, then do that. If not, then tell me which one it is.
If it's base attack bonus plus strength, but I have a 0 in strength, but my BAB is like 4,
Okay.
so technically
So-
my base attack is better.
Okay.
You can try to break it with a standard, or you can just attack him and try to hope he lets go.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Can I even shoot my bow with him being?
No,
you can
only use
Or
one
is it
hand.
You could use a
Yeah.
one-handed weapon, but
One hand, you could
you could
sing
it.
and try to blow his ears out.
But that would require a concentration check if it's a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is a spell that, and I use my form skill with my violin. That's not really.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Don't
yeah.
have to
Don't-
form
Grapple's
voice,
your
unfortunately.
kryptonite then.
Yep.
This is why
Blech.
Rin is a singer.
I was going to take it next level because I can put performance skills in whatever skill I wish. I was going to take a perform voice next.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to try to break out because that's the only thing I can do.
Alright, Make your
All right.
roll and roll high.
What I have to roll, just a 1d20 or?
D20
1d20
plus
plus
your mod.
the base
plus
attack.
If it's just
Okay.
your base attack bonus and you don't have a positive
Yeah,
strength,
I don't have
then,
anything.
then just your
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not even close.
the shark still has you. You still have. You can't move anywhere. You still have your swift action. You can do anything with the swift action.
I can do something with a swift action. Wait, maybe. Nope, I can't. Even though the shatter is voice based, it requires a perform skill. This is weird.
Oh, it is kind of.
Are you
weird.
completely locked out of performing if you can't play your violin?
I
Well,
don't know.
That's what I'm wondering. Can I get the language on that ability?
Dissonance or a shatter?
Shatter.
Dissonant.
Oh wait,
Or
which
shatter.
one's the one you're trying to?
Has a swift action, the bard emits a piercing cry.
That doesn't sound like that requires an instrument to me. You can go ahead and
But
make a
it does
perform
say-
check. You can go ahead and make a
I-
perform check as if it's coming out of your mouth. Because it's
Okay,
literally
so-
just yelling.
In that case, it's just a base. It's gonna be based on my dex skill, then, right?
Charisma.
Charisma, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll high.
I mean, I think you could still add your perform skill.
Yeah, no, you could,
Are
you
you
could,
sure
you
about
could, you could, yeah, you can go ahead and add your performance.
Because you're-
Well. Oh yeah, no,
singing.
but it's but you don't have any. Okay, yeah, no, you guys already arrived on the right answer. It's just your charisma. Sorry.
Okay. Go for it.
You were one thing ahead of me.
Yeah, no.
Jesus
You,
Christ.
as you let out a cry into this poor little megalodon thing's ears, it does not appear to respond. It is that thing's turn. It is dead. It is Tyro's turn.
Okay, so we've got Megalodon thing there. That's a full HP. We've got the other water elemental,
We've
full
also still have
HP.
full HP, yeah.
The thing is, that Megalodon, it can still attack. Correct?
It
Well,
can.
even though it's
It has a.
its
It can-
bite weapon
it
is
can-
currently occupied.
It can pull me back into the fucking water. Let's put it
Yeah.
that way.
It could move. It could, for its next move, attempt to do other things that it could do with the mouth being a shark holding a thing that it could eat.
That too, yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, so this thing needs to pretty much die
It's-
ASAP.
It's not.
At least
it's
let
not
go of
going-
me.
It's not going to AOO. If that's what you're asking.
No, that's not. I mean, I could probably move somewhere on the other side where I can get view of the other water elemental. That's not so much an issue. It's just I'm trying to prioritize this.
You need to
So
get.
It's like
You need to.
My plan is to cast Blaster on it next turn. If it fails its fort save, it's immobilized.
Okay.
But
That's a-
yeah, you.
Is that a cone?
It's a ranged touch attack.
I'm a real quick going to use
Okay.
the bathroom here. Sorry.
All right. So like, why would? What was it? What kind of attack was it?
It's a ranged touch attack spell. It is the Coel's Blaster.
All right,
It will do,
and
if I hit, it does 3d6 lightning damage, and if it fails its fort save, it will be immobilized. It won't be able to move.
okay, why did you want me to get out of the way?
Because the turn after that, I am going to be using a charge pounce and opening up on this fucker with claws, raking, tentacles, bite attacks. It's gonna be
Okay.
sick.
All right. Okay. So
We need to
I
save
guess
Mel though.
right.
Well, I'll be killing it, so like that saves it, right?
Okay.
Don't
so
worry,
what you're
we
saying
can
is
heal and I'll res you.
So basically, what you're saying is I can more or less focus on the elemental more than the megalodon.
Yes.
Okay then.
Will is
I need to
AFK,
get-
so
Okay, so my understanding is if I were to move to say next to Eleanor, I could basically have line of sight of this elemental.
I do believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, so my next turn is as a move action, transform into a Coel. As a standard action, use Blaster. As a swift action, grow a Gore attack. And then the turn after that, I'll be charging straight at it. Just
Of course, next turn,
Okay.
Chef is going to be Dark Three, I think, anyway. So yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, on your next turn.
Yeah,
His
so-
turn.
Chef goes right after me. So
I'm
I'm
back.
going to
Hey,
I'm
Welcome
going
back.
to move action next to Eleanor to get line of sight of the elemental that's next to the ship captain.
All right.
Next to Eleanor. Oh,
Yeah. Where do I need to go to be line of sight of this?
or you could.
On
the
this.
water elemental.
Yeah, the water elemental. Where would I need to be line of sight wise to get?
Can you see it from there, basically?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yes, you could see that guy from
Okay.
there when you're far enough back.
To move action next to Eleanor. I then burn 2 points of MP to use Shore Strike, which gives me a +2 to my attack roll. I'm also assuming I no longer have the +2 from Nell at this point, correct?
Yeah, I'm grappled. I can't even touch my violin.
Okay.
So-
Okay. All right then. Okay, so that's 2 points off my MP for that. Be wonderful. Okay. All right, and on my spell list, what am I gonna do to this thing? Let's see. Lightning is a bad idea. Let's go. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do arrow 1.
Okay.
So, let's see. 1d20. D +2 +4, 6 to. Okay, and I'm assuming that 20 makes it.
Touch attack.
Touch attack.
On the elemental.
Yeah,
Against,
range
against
touch.
the elemental. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I believe it's also a reflex thing that's gonna have to make to avoid this squall effect, which I'll have to reread for it. But anyway, so roll. We'll roll 1d20 plus 4 for the charisma, 4 for intelligence plus the ruby knowledge mastery. That's 8 plus my caster level maxed is 5, so that's 13. 30! Wait a minute,
Wait,
that's
that's-
not right. Sorry, that's 1d6. Sorry, hold on a second.
1d6
Wait,
plus
what?
13. 30!
Oh, wait, that's not right. Hold on a second. 16!
16.
Let me
Yeah.
double check the ruling for what kind of save it needs to make for squalled condition. Da-da-da-da.
10 plus.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 15, and
Spell
it's going to
level.
be a reflex save. It needs to make a
Reflex, there we
15
go.
reflex save.
Reflex for water elemental. Yeah, okay. 1d20 plus 5. 10.
It does not. No.
I put the squalled effect up there for you.
Oh, thank you.
A squall. Wind surrounds target's body, making it pulse to concentrate, make ranged weapon Attack rolls. Characters afflicted with status suffer a -2 penalty to concentration checks, -1 to weapon attack rolls. Effect lasts for 1 round until the wind dies down. Okay, yeah.
And that is going to be for 1d4 rounds, so let's see how long that lasts.
Because, you know, this thing was really using those ranged weapons and spells.
Well,
But
it's the only attack that I have that won't either have reduced damage or B, hurt anyone else around them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because 5 is probably going to do half damage at best, and it's, yeah.
Oh,
Well, it's not split
Two
at all.
rounds.
You're fired it, so.
I'll put that in there.
I'm pretty sure that thing wouldn't get burned anyway, so it'd be a waste, really, to be perfectly honest.
It looks more
Yeah.
like fire than like a whirlwind, but I don't think there's a fucking whirlwind token.
No.
Well, there's that one, but it's a little eldritch. All right. Is that all? Is that you done, Tyro?
That is all I can do.
Yeah,
Let's see.
here.
And that's going to be 3 points of MP. That. So that brings me down to 15.
Now, how much health do you have?
I'm at 36 currently.
Okay. What's limit break range for you?
I'm still a ways away from it.
Okay.
You can always try to limit break yourself right out of trouble.
I was thinking,
If she takes a good bite attack on the next round, that might be it. I was wondering if I should heal you or just attack.
So with Chef's
Honestly,
turn,
just
it's gonna be doing Dark 3 again, so...
I have numbers here.
Yeah, Chef will be doing dark ball.
I'm gonna assume that Dan would want to attack the most dangerous thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that is gonna be Dark 3 on the Megalodon.
Okay. No, we can touch AC. Well, I guess it
28.
doesn't fucking matter. That hits. Yeah, that
And
hits.
it is
Well,
a
landslide.
lot.
oh please, blow it the fuck up.
Yeah, this attack hurts.
Yes, it does! Holy shit.
34.
Oh.
Oh my god!
Just think, I can cast this as well!
Yeah, it's just he's got the level 3 materia.
Does any of that hit me, or does it all
Plus
hit
dark
the...
side.
No, it's
No, it's a
that's-
single
that's
target
a single
spell,
target
so
spell.
you're fine.
What how much damage does Darkside do a turn?
Hmm?
Do we know how much Darkside does a turn?
Oh, to
To
Chef?
his level.
Yeah, I think
his
it's
level.
So he takes
So-
6.
No, 5.
5 right now.
5. Oh, he's level 5. Okay,
He's
yeah.
he's in weird flux level mode.
Okay. Then yeah, he would
He's
he'd ping him.
delayed his ascension.
Alright,
So
yeah,
if you can bit him for 5 for that, that'd be appreciative.
Yeah, I got him.
yeah, and then it has to
Okay.
make the save to get
Yes.
dimmed.
Yeah.
And that
Okay.
is a Fortitude save, DC 18.
Fortitude save,
Still
DC
way
18.
better than the one that it needs to clear from mine, because mine's
15.
17 for this.
Does 15
So
work?
No.
No.
It fails the save.
And it is now dimmed. What is the status effect for dimmed?
I am putting it up.
Wonderful. Dimmed. Target dark mass surrounds the character's face. Make it difficult to see clearly. -1 penalty to armor class. -1 to search checks. That's old. On most strength dexterity. Based skill checks. All checks rely on vision, such as fail chance. Okay.
It's like a babby blind.
Yeah, all opponents are considered to
Yeah.
have partial concealment. And there's it is. 10% mischance per character. That's the relevant bit. Yeah, it's basically for the purposes of what we're experiencing here, -1 to his AC and a 10% chance to miss you.
Pretty much.
Because he ain't searching you guys for treasure right now.
Yeah.
Is that all the chef can do?
Yes.
All right, it's Visa's turn, who is now safe from molestation and is going to open fire on the megalodon.
Shoot it in the eye! Shoot it in the eye!
Safe. Landed right here.
Pulls back her bow. Pew!
You can do it.
17. What was the fucking AC on these sharks? What was it?
I don't know.
AC 19. No, she fucking misses.
Aw.
-2 to Dex, but -1 because of dim.
Oh yeah, wait a minute.
Still doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Wait a
No,
minute.
if it was 19.
Brings it
that
down
would-
to 17, and then what from Dim?
that
Then
would-
-1 from Dim brings it down to 16.
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah, it fucking hits just because it's holding on to Nell.
Damn it!
Yeah, no. In a lucky bit of math, the arrow connects. Christ. Vs, you do
Thumbs up.
1d10.
Cursing in Burmesian.
And only 1d10.
Plus 1,
Plus-
because strength.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no,
Toxic
you're
bow.
right. You're right because of the great power, because that's the strength requirement of the great power. Yeah, we're not getting the buff anymore, so she does 2 damage to it. Good job, Vs. Pat, pat, pat. What are you? Yeah, you level 3 little archer hero. Okay, it's your turn. She's maybe a little behind you guys.
With my move action, I will morph into a koal.
Okay,
Cat.
fucking do it.
I'm a koal now. As a swift action, I'm going to grow a gore attack. As a free action to talk, I'm going to just growl very loudly, get the fuck out of my way, and then I'm going to cast Blaster.
Okay.
All right. Cat.
You are now a cat. As I superimpose it over your face. Alright, go ahead and I guess it's a line? You're gonna hit Eleanor then, right?
No, it's a touch. It's a ranged touch attack.
Okay, thank God. Go ahead and make your range touch attack against the shark, which is with its 2 of that dex deny to it. It brings it down to a touch AC of 11. Oh, then yeah, that's just normal armor class. Yeah, minus 11. So yeah, it's yes, I should say that hits.
Fucking God.
All right. Here's the big thing, though. It's
And-
the status effect.
Yeah, does it have to make a what save?
It needs to make a Fortitude save.
1 fortitude save. Okay.
DC 19.
It fails.
It is
You guys are getting lucky on
immobilized.
these saves.
First of all, I just need to double check the damage on. Yep, this is 3d6 lightning damage, and
Okay.
then it is immobilized for 4 rounds.
All right. And Nell, as the shark is bit down around you and this thing charges with electricity, does I'm checking this. I know there's rules about friendly fire with spells in contact for standard use.
Well, I mean, you've already
What?
established that my fire spell didn't
Yeah.
affect the thing that was grabbing that chocobo back in, like,
Mhm.
one of our
And to
first
be fair, it
sessions.
is a shark. It's not made of water.
It's,
Yeah,
it's not
no.
the water elemental.
Nell, you're glad that the shark isn't made of water right now, as it jolts with
it is-
electricity.
For 4 rounds, it is completely unable to move.
Yeah, no, as you maximize that fucking immobilized.
It can't move.
Can't move, can do other attacks, attack, can do other actions, attack, cast, etc., providing those do not require him to move, has no penalty. Yeah, okay, yeah. He is fucking immobilized for 4 rounds.
I need to.
Ah,
While I
he's-
do,
He's still
Does that-
holding his grapple on you then, but he can't run
its
away
door's
with you.
basically locked, and he can't go into the ocean, which is the big thing. Now,
Yeah.
if you don't mind, I have a ton of math to do because my strength has just gone up to. Hang on. 27. So I've got math to do.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Fucking
God.
cat form.
So that's my turn done.
Okay. It is the Megalodon's turn, who still has an L. And
It has to make a grapple check again,
Has to
but it
make
gets a +4.
Okay,
It needs to
yeah.
make another grapple check to keep hold of her, and it gets a +4 competence bonus because it already has her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cursing at this thing in
Yeah.
every language I know, by the way.
Does a
Yeah.
29 surely hits your
Yeah.
combat over defense
Yeah.
again.
If something's good at grappling, you're not escaping.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
I
found that out.
That part is, if I can even hit it with D3, it would still...
So it's grappled.
it would still
Continues
clear,
to
that's the
fight
sad
damage
part.
as long as it maintains the pen. Okay. You yet again take its bite worth of damage without an attack to to miss you,
No, because it's just gonna
but
chew
it
you.
can do nothing else.
This is gonna hurt.
1d8 plus 10. You take 15 points of damage. The shark is otherwise unable to move. It is the old sea captain's turn again, and he's going to try to punch the thing in the face.
You're
18,
at like 19 HP or 21.
21.
21. She can survive one more full damage bite.
That and I'm within LB.
Yeah.
Good
HP
job.
range.
The old sea captain categorically misses the thing, punching in almost entirely the wrong direction because Jesus Christ.
He thought he saw something else behind him, so he punched that way instead.
Mhm. It's like, oh shit, there's one behind me. Oh wait, just the old whistle in the ear, man.
Uh,
All right. As the top of the round, you hear the thunder of cannons again. Miss.
God, I cannot do
Miss.
anything here. I'm just gonna have to
Hit.
smack it. That's really all I can do.
I mean, yeah,
What
you
is
could
this-
probably go.
What is this berserk bullshit? We're still on the boat?
We're still on the boat.
Buy a freaking
Hey,
shark!
miss.
I don't want to hear shit!
Miss. Wow, Jesus
No.
Christ, guys. Hit.
I mean,
Yeah, Nell's in trouble. I did like 36.
technically you could go
did
right
like 36
but
damage.
I
to
don't know.
it.
Miss.
and it would still
Um,
technically be out of the way.
5
Did
times.
Ash roll my rolls? Is that what I'm
Yes.
seeing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
How many times did I use the thing?
you've used it
Once.
once.
Only
since
once.
you've been gone.
Okay.
We already had the HP.
So that was your second shot.
5, 20. 20, 10 plus 0. Go. You
Cannons.
hear yet again a thunder of cannons off in the distance. And
Those are
yet another.
D10.
Were they not D10s last time?
Weren't they D6s last time?
Oh
know,
shit,
I
they
didn't-
were D6s.
Uh,
The cannon
They
operators.
were using smaller.
The
Yeah, they were
cannon
10
operators had a mistake when they were operating their.
They were firing the smaller caliber.
I do have to go back in another hour. I'll tell you why later, but yeah.
All right.
As a warning that I give to everybody else, because I'm currently Kowal, don't be in between me and the Megalodon by the time my turn rolls around, or I'll flatten you.
Thumbs up.
You hear another wild cry coming off from the coastline. You can see this thing now, right there on the edge as it reels back and smashes into the corner of Moonbright, taking several buildings with it and quite a few small siege engines, just right little specks on the horizon as it retreats back into the water. Eleanor, it's your turn.
All right. Well. 5, 10, 15.
Do we still have the squeak of people while she's being eaten?
Nope.
No.
She can't
concentrate.
Upkeep her performance without her performance tool. Instrument.
Alright.
That's the word. Performance tool.
All right. I can't do a whole lot else, so she's just gonna walk forward, yelling, "Let go of her!" And here comes the sword.
Here comes the sword. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sword.
All right. I am gonna use. She is going to use Thunder Slash. So, all right. All right. I don't have the bonus anymore. Of course, her to hit is retarded. So unless I get a 1. Let's see. Yep.
Question, what type of action is Limit Break?
Swift.
Depends.
Usually
Yeah,
a
it's
standard.
Usually
Unless
standard, but it
it's
could be a swift. It might
It'll-
state it on your
it'll-
sheet.
It'll state it.
yes.
Yeah.
If it's not stated, then it's a standard.
What was the second dark shot on?
That
Megalodon.
Megalodon.
This thing.
Okay.
I figured it was the most biggest threat, so
Yeah. Good call.
That definitely hits.
All right. So here comes this sword thunderbolt.
Okay.
And then it has to make an 18 fort save, which it will probably make, but
I didn't make my save.
and it's been making.
Yeah, well.
It's been poor. It's been failing quite a few fortitude saves in the last few rounds.
no,
Plus
it's not.
12. 28. It's
totally.
counted.
Okay, no.
By
Shrugs
the
it off.
way, sis, it's immobilized because Blaster went off.
Awesome.
If you
So
can
we've
see
just
it.
got
Oh.
So we've got this shark leaning over the edge with having a mouse snack but can't
Yeah,
move.
unfortunately, it only disables its move action.
Double checking there.
Still-
That your holy lightning, is it holy damage or is it lightning damage?
It's lightning.
It's lightning damage. Okay.
Yeah.
What
the
part?
Three,
What
the
part?
three I rolled. The 3 I rolled was thunder.
The 3 is thunder damage. The rest of
The
it's
3 is the
regular
thunder damage. Yeah.
Okay.
My whole blaster was
Couldn't
lightning.
math that.
So you know.
16.
It's just
4,
her-
5,
Every time she
21.
uses that attack, she gets the He-Man moment, and then just
You as you bring it down on the shark, it lets out a sort of cry that Nell you hear very loudly. Its grasp on you appears to be much weaker right now, and it isn't looking so good.
Complaining, not complaining.
Pack of death. Pack of death.
Next up, this elemental who is currently in a
Smelly
whirlwind.
by the looks of it.
He's in what's it?
Squalled.
In squalled or whatever.
Which,
Has-
honestly,
Which
It's
yeah,
just-
we'll take that down 1. And he's going to attempt to whack him again because fuck your squall. I'm just gonna punch the things.
"On old man."
That hits the old man.
Damn.
Poor old man. Taking 1d8
Salty Sam.
plus 6. No, plus 4. 1d8 plus 4, yes. Takes 9 points of damage. The old man is not looking so good.
fact he's still standing is a miracle.
Echo, it's your turn.
Heal him.
Heal the man. Heal the man.
Get further away. Another 5-foot step you can cast normally.
Yeah, I'm still worried about Nell though.
Heal the old
you
man.
guys will handle it.
She'll be fine.
You
She'll
Alright,
probably
with 5
look.
foot
She
look,
can survive.
let
She
me-
can survive one more full damage bite, and then Kokei's gonna kill it.
Let me put it this way: there's Nell, Tiro, me, Vise, and Koke between now and its next turn. This thing is gonna be in some Moonbright calamari rings here in a minute.
Yeah.
Besides, odds are I'm probably going to kill that elemental before, and then Chef will probably be finishing that thing off.
Okay, well I am casting Cure 1 on the captain.
okay? Make your roll. Plus 13. Whoa, that's quite a heal. I'm almost back to full health. God, NPCs, our health pools are so small.
Yeah.
And that's like our HP pool at level 1.
Yeah, well. It is now that one's turn, who is dead. Nell, it is your turn.
All right. I'm assuming that I am facing the Shark of Death.
Yeah.
You're in his claws, in his jaws, that's the word.
In his mouth claws.
His mouth claws. The
Mouth
claws that
claws.
grow out of like a face. But not horns, the other kind of claws.
I am going to Limit Break Destructive Shout at it.
Okay.
2d6 points of damage plus an additional 2d6
Which-
for every 4
at-
levels. So
At this
it'll be
point,
4
you do see, coming out on the horizon as you're casting this, that next, another one of those healing waves. From just a couple turns away. Go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. So here comes the explosion of mouse noise.
It's going to be a fortitude save, but still is, by the way.
Fortitude save.
Depends on whether or not this lives.
Wow, that's really weak for a break.
Oh, okay. So fortitude save of 12.
It's
20.
DC 10 plus half the bard's level plus charisma modifier, be stunned for 1 round. So it's going to be a DC 17. It's going to be DC 17.
He
Yeah,
clears the
which it
DC
makes.
17. Does he still take out that 15 damage?
He gets that
Ah.
damage regardless.
It does not half the damage.
Now,
that's good.
Laura, in the mouth of this shark, how do you want to do this?
You scream its ears out. Excellent.
Eleanor almost got it. If,
Busro, fuck off!
if all of the damage you've done with that sword had been lightning damage, it would have killed him there. But because only the 3 was lightning damage, to do a little bit of math, still alive, but just a threat.
He's basically gonna scream, "Let go!" and just basically just do a
Just the
gigantic shout.
Fusroda off the boat.
We're having a cool here at this point. Get the fucking thing off!
All right.
Also, you might want to 5-foot step and clear a path for Koke to run all the way across the boat and hit the elemental.
It's probably gonna die on Tira's turn anyway.
Yeah, unless
All right.
unless I fucking roll horrible, this thing's dying. That thing is dying. Let's be honest.
All
And
right.
it's got there's also a 5d6 plus 17 in between me and it.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, can I even move once I'm done here,
But
or
and as
That was a
as
standard.
you scream into this thing's ear, which is very close to its head, well, as your head is very close to its head, I mean, you see its little eyes go bloodshot, as it just can't take the high-pitched noise anymore, and it smashes down against the edge of the ship, cracking a bit of the bow and getting itself stuck, kind of hanging
Yes.
out of the ship.
moving?
Yes.
Nell, you are free from its grasp, and you have your movement for this turn still.
I just moved where I am right now and just going, nope. I'm done for that.
Okay.
This fight.
Yeah.
And Nell steps away from it. Big old teeth marks around your middle. Tyro, it's your turn.
Okay, swift action, sure strike gives me +2 to my attack. Let's see, and then I'm going to attack with one more arrow spell, because that's probably the most effective one I have at this, against water elementals at this point. 1d20. Let's see, 4 plus 6 for the attack. 23. As a ranged touch attack. 1d6 plus 13 points of damage. He takes pretty much full damage, 19 points.
Nice.
All right.
Getting himself blown.
Jesus. Okay.
Womp.
The elemental is smashed with 19 points of damage. And that was the what type of damage was that again? I missed it. Sorry.
Ranged touch attack of wind.
Wind.
element.
Okay. Yeah. He takes his 19 points of damage. Takes it hard. Chef, it's your turn. He is still standing.
What the fuck?
All
But
right.
it was the
Jesus Christ!
He hasn't really taken a lot of damage this
Yeah.
fight.
He
He
was.
took 16 points from me last time.
I know, but he should be almost dead.
I think he took
As
16
a
points from
chef.
you. No, he
As
has taken
a-
that still. I don't know if he healed between then or no. No, he didn't.
No,
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
No,
You're right.
he was at full health the first time around.
Yeah. To be for
When I first played
context, the first one that went down had 45 health. The second one that died had 35 health. This one has 50 health. He's the healthiest of all
Oh
of
my
them.
god. Jesus Christ.
So yeah, one more attack.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
As a free before my upkeep,
Okay.
I'm going to turn off Dark Side.
Okay. Luckily not
I'm
hurting
going
yourself.
to take a 5 and a 10. Would
Mhm.
Koke be considered in my 5-foot range here?
Yeah, you could reach up and bap her as she kind of is on the edge of the stairs.
I mean, I'm technically like taking up this room
Yeah.
here because I'm a large. I'm a
what-
chocobo shaped.
What I am going to do is I am going to spend one of my harm touches
Okay.
to pop shared offense.
Okay.
Anyone adjacent to me gets a +1 bonus to their attack and damage rolls. As Chef just gives Koke a thumbs up.
Koke is buffed. It is Visa's turn, who is from
Let
the
me get
opposite
it.
side of the ship, going to attempt to pea shoot at that thing.
We get it.
Let me see.
Everyone's out.
Maybe,
Everyone's out of the way.
maybe I can hit it. I do hit it. I hit it so hard.
I'm gonna laugh if she kills Steels.
Yeah,
That
Just like, that'd be
please.
sad.
+1. She cannot do enough damage to kill it. Unfortunately.
That would have
I
been
just check the math.
nice hit though.
Oh yeah, no.
probably the most damage he's
It's
ever
like
done.
it's like barely alive and it's
Yeah.
about to get mauled.
You see this
It's
water
about to get
elemental
mauled.
kind of like wibbling slightly as it can't quite hold its form.
I don't care if this is going to be excessive. I want to these because I've been looking. This is why I'm a blooming. This is why I am this.
Alright.
So
All right, here we go.
I am going to make a charge action.
Okay.
As a koal,
Okay.
I have pounce. I can
Alright.
make a full attack when I reach the other side.
That's an amazing combo in charge.
So I will charge my way all the way up to this. Well, I'm technically the cat, so I can't move the cat. Thank you. I will
I'm
charge
just putting you here so I can keep
all
track
the
of
way
both.
up, and I am going to make my full attack. This is
Alright.
going to be a lot of. So this is claw 1. Does that
Okay.
hit?
Yes, I should say so.
And that does 15
Okay.
points of damage.
All right, continue.
Claw 2.
Okay.
Does that hit?
Yes. Yet again.
Because I'm charging with a pounce, I can also use my rake ability,
Okay.
which
Go ahead
lets
and
me
use
do
your rake.
another 2 claw attacks.
Oh, wait.
Fucking coorals.
So does that hit?
Yes, that hits.
Anything
And then
above...
I can make another one.
Mm-hmm.
Does that hit?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm beginning to feel like I drove that coral wrong when I was having it fight you guys.
I am going to then now make my bite attack.
Because like
it
I
still
immediately
has-
had it, I had immediately had it enter a grapple, and then it just died in the grapple.
Yeah. And she still has a gore.
Does a 30 hit?
Yes, I should say so.
Alright, that's the bite.
This is where we find out I had like AC like 10. Like
Seven
there's the
feet.
bite.
Yes.
And then here is my gore, which does less. 17 hit.
Exactly.
Alright.
Oh my god. Alright, anybody want to like pick up a
9
cat?
plus
Anybody-
1d.
Not gonna
Already
bother.
on it.
You adding it all up? Alright.
That's my turn.
Shit.
Is it dead?
Koke the Coral does 94 points of damage, nearly twice killing it when it had full health.
94 minus
Wow.
7. You've done 87 points of overkill.
Considering
I
the point
just
that I actually did
maul this thing.
2 points of damage beforehand.
Did you drink any of it while you did it?
I don't know. God, did I drink any of it while I bit it?
Although it would seem that way from the absolute thoroughness of your attack, it will still take like your normal snack break to bite it. Meanwhile, this
Well-
old sailor just saw a cat come out of nowhere and maul the shit out of a blob of water. So the
I think we're
elemental is
dissolved by this
subsequently
point.
entirely scattered by
Thank
your
you for
attack.
enabling me, sis. I appreciate that.
Christ on a cracker.
And
Do you think I'm getting enough out of Blue Mage now? My axe isn't the strongest thing I have.
Oh yeah, but you didn't have this last level.
Oh no, I've been waiting for this.
Okay, well, I think we're done.
I'm gonna just start licking where the old water elemental was.
Okay.
Okay.
Immediately,
I'm gonna
immediately
cast,
Echo's gonna be right up on where the hell did Nell go?
Down here.
Echo's gonna jump down off the and go and use and cast frickin' Cure 2
okay.
because my special thing it's 46. Wait. Cure 2. 1 per level. Okay, so that's
The word of the day is excessive damage.
18 for 18 for now.
And by the way, as you all settle down here and have dealt with the immediate threat, at the top of the round,
Cannon.
Don't
Are you
push it up. I want to
teabagging
eat
the
it.
shark?
hit, miss.
I'm not trying to push it off, I'm
Miss.
poking it.
Miss.
I
Okay.
said, are you
Hit.
teabagging it over there?
Miss.
No, if I was teabagging it, it would look like this.
Hit. Hit. Hit.
What was that, Echo?
7.
I healed you for 18.
Cure 2.
Very much.
7 times 4 is 28.
Alright. Nal, are you okay?
I've been better.
She's
Hit the
gonna
ocean.
And she's gonna gently lean in while Echo's healing her and give her own.
And as you all settle down after the battle, you hear another thunder of cannons. Many more than previous round
Oh,
finding
God.
purchase on this thing. As you
Holy
hear
shit,
yet another piercing cry that ends with a sort of and then slam. And you see, from where you are on the boat, you see this thing crashed into the side of Moonbright as it stops moving.
Uh-oh.
Ugh. Yeah.
I can't control my whirly self.
Yeah.
That's 6 hit points.
Healing like a champ there, Ellie.
Where were you
Hey,
trying to go
hey.
with the coral?
I'll take it.
I want to turn around and start like after I've consumed some water elemental. There's a megalodon to eat too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, no, you feel a tingling, as if you were blinded. That would have gotten
There
rid
we
of it.
go. You should be able to move
I
it
can see
now.
clearly now.
Yeah.
Is the rain
Is the rain gone?
Well, I will be here,
All right.
and I'll be eating this megalodon.
I'm gonna hit Nell with a heal as well. So that much.
getting spoiled with heals over here?
Do I get anything?
As-
Yeah, I'd say that definitely heals me. Considering I was only 8 away from getting topped off.
I'm popping with materia back
The
in my
second word of
chest.
the day is overheal.
Yeah.
As you
Excessive
you
numbers.
eat a nice good chunk of this megalodon, as your party watches, and wash it down with this elemental, you
Oh,
So-
God.
you get a feeling it's the first time you felt this since before the campaign started.
Oh.
You feel like you're on the verge of some greater truth, but you're not
Oh.
quite there. Maybe you just need a bite of the main thing, as your eyes turn towards this giant serpent that's crashed up on the shore of Moonbright.
How far away is it right now?
From where you guys are. And I'll fucking move everyone back over to the, drag everyone back to the Moonbright Island pane. Whoop. It is crashed right here. Exactly. On the corner of Moonbright Island, just around the bay. From where it
Okay.
is from you guys, it's about 15 miles-ish away. It's,
Yeah, I can't make that.
it's way out there still. It's all the way over
Can
there.
she turn into a megalodon though? No.
You cannot turn into a megalodon, unfortunately.
Aww.
I get
she can't.
absolutely other than the epiphany of
Yes.
I gotta go eats me a giant snake.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I get nothing.
You get the there is a blank that has been filled that you did need, but
Okay.
it's
Well, a little bit grumpy, a little bit excited. Still, as a koal, I'm just gonna sulk back up to peace.
Okay.
just to clarify for everybody, Koke is a Final Fantasy XIV koal. She is this
Yeah.
big, bulky, scaly
Muscle.
blue thing.
you know.
She's
As
blue.
you kind of walk up to Vise with your little blue cat-like form, and she's like, "Oh, hey," and she kind of like pets you along your back.
With horns.
You can get on if you want. I can carry you.
Yeah, I mean, we can't really go very far. She kind of looks around the boat.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, why not?
Well, let me just make an acrobatics check here.
It's all right. I can hunker down. It's fine. You don't have to do
No,
that.
Wait. I'm really good at this. I just wanna.
Okay. All right. I support you. It's all right.
And maybe you duck a little bit as she whips up onto you. Yeah, I'm on a cat.
Congratulations, you have mounted me.
Yeah.
That probably isn't
Not the first time.
Yep.
Uh,
Let me move the camera up here. Oh, no.
Get on my plus 19 to acrobatics level.
She's a level 3. She's a level 3. She has put as many ranks in acrobatics as she possibly can.
And then I'm gonna trot me and my rider to the other side of the boat carefully, and then start talking to the man who drives the boat. Cool.
Oh,
What the hell were those?
you cat. Why can the cat talk? Then I'm just. Give me a second here. Let me. No, I'm not trained in either of those. I can't make a spellcraft check or a knowledge arcana check. You're just crazy. Who's cat? Those horns. Are you? He kind of like holds out a hand to like be to be a short blue angry thing. Were you the?
Yes. I'm the one that drove the ship the other night. Yes.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
shadow,
Horns
the
and
shadow,
everything.
the shadow puppetry of the short blue angry thing.
Now, if you can stop talking, I would very much like to know what the hell that was.
That. That. I'm trying to narrow in on the voice here. It's an old person. That was the Leviathan. Ancient
Do
primal.
I know anything about a Leviathan?
You can go ahead and make a knowledge arcana, or knowledge history, or knowledge planes, or knowledge religion,
Planes?
or knowledge. There's a lot of things that this thing falls under.
You said knowledge history works, or was it knowledge? What was it?
So Arcana.
History, arcana,
Okay.
planes, religion,
Nature?
not nature. It's one of the only ones
Okay.
not nature.
Can I tell my intelligence aura for this? Because I'm
Damn.
really curious.
That's
Absolutely.
like my third
You
two.
can absolutely turn your intelligence around.
And how much?
So-
How much is a bonus of that? Am I in the range of?
Everyone get a +4 to your knowledge rolls right here.
That's from my
Holy
Arcana.
Shit!
If Nell is
Yeah,
if Nell
add
is
4 to mine.
roughly in the center of the boat, everyone is within 30 feet of her.
Does a 30?
Yeah, we got 28 and a 30 there.
All right.
Yeah, that's based
I
off.
rolled a 15.
Is that 28 before or after the +4? I mean, is that 28? Yeah, is that 28 before or after the +4? Dyron?
I think it's a before. I think. Hello?
My roll was before the +4.
Okay, so it's Chef's of
Okay.
15. Tyro was your roll before the +4.
Yes.
Okay, so yours is actually 32 then, right? Now, Koke,
Yeah.
yours includes the +4, right?
Yes.
Okay. The two of you, with your over 30s, most of you, anyone that rolled above like 14-ish, you actually with the that is with the +4. So you recognize the stories, the kind of the myth of these primal creatures that inhabit this world. Sort of very, very ancient gods of nature, but also of magic. And there have been a lot of organizations throughout history, a lot of groups that have worshipped them. A lot of them, a lot of groups that are seen as like sort of cult things. Some of them are seen as more organized religion. Some of them are seen as like, and people are. There's a lot of different takes on what these things are. The 30 checks and up, you also know that these primal creatures have been known within the last decade or so to be attacking cities and nations and infrastructure. And in very large ways, these sort of mythic avatars that embody this planet have become very violent, as you've picked up in your studies and in your travels. And for those that are familiar with the Moonbright area in particular, you know that this thing has been a particular thorn for quite some time now.
Now, in terms of civilizations, are we talking far more Magitech inclined civilizations, or something a little bit larger?
Or just everyone.
It's hard to pin down. It seems a whole lot like everyone, and sometimes like
Okay.
you can't tell which. I mean, there have been some attacks in Xanope. There's been similar such attacks in Moonbright. There haven't been any in Abaddon City. There's been some in Ethelney. There's been a few years ago. There were a few in Checking. In Venzor Tower, but those have stopped in recent years for some reason.
Cookie's cool tail is a wagon.
How long can she stay like that?
For like a minute and a half.
A lot of rounds now, I guess.
She's not burning all of it. It's just kind of. She had fun mauling something. She's in a good mood. She just got a glimpse of the eldritch truth.
Yeah.
To eat a god.
Yeah. That Leviathan thing's been quite dangerous for us.
I thought you said it doesn't normally attack.
Well,
Or is there something else big and nasty in the water that we should be worried about?
I wouldn't worry about that anymore. It hasn't been an issue, but it looks like, well,
You just
looks like
destroyed
it's
a part
taken
of
care
that
of.
bridge?
Yeah, no, I should say so. And you guys all glance over, and the bridge in the segment that it hit, and in like several piers back, have all collapsed until structural integrity appears to have been restored for just the distance from the hit. And he looks at it. That could take another month or two to repair now, even with all the resources they're putting behind it.
Can you get us to shore? See if we can help anyone.
Yeah, I imagine the impact of the city over there. God, it's never been like this.
How close can you get us to it?
Well, I mean, it's right there on the water. We can see how close. I mean, hopefully we should be able to go right up to it. Well, we can see.
We better make sure that it's dead then.
Okay, we'll wander over there. And
Cough, cough. I want to take a bite out of it.
Well, it's the best way to find out if it's dead. Coup de grace.
as you sail closer to it, you pass underneath the bridge, kind of passing around the rubble area.
After half a minute, I'll
Mhm.
to settle down. I've got to turn back.
Oh, okay. I'll get off. Sorry.
I offered. Stand back up as self. Tired. Now.
What?
Can you cantrip away this fatigue, please?
Can you sew my socks back off? They have holes.
You're just gonna sing her an energy drink.
I'm gonna sigh and go. You did sort of save my butt there, and now I'm gonna cast Song of Serenity on her.
Yay!
Red Bull gives you wings.
Holy shit! The cockatrice. I do have it. No.
No. You guys
You only get one a day.
as you pass
You only
under
get
this
one.
thing, you get a closer look at the damages. It is severe. He said it could take him a month. It is shocking the concept that this much damage could be repaired in a month.
I'm going to
That's-
assume that there's going to be a lot of magitech, a lot involved in this repair. This isn't going to be manual labor.
As he brings you around, kind of as at this point, because of the second 8-hour chunk of daylight of travel you guys have, you see the sun starting to set down on the horizon. He swings you the last chunk around into the bay that it's collapsed in. And here, let me fucking move you guys over to the other map. Here. Let me just do this. Let me do this.
So we pulling into port here.
I thought port was a little bit further
No.
along
The
there.
port
No.
is around the corner. This is just
Yeah,
this is a bay.
We're in a
Right
bay where the Leviathan is currently collapsed.
Mhm.
Right.
No, Christ. Why is it? No, I didn't want a red pip. Get out of here, red pip.
The gum pip.
And I move the party over to City Moonbright.
Oh, hi, Leviathan. How are you?
Second floor version.
As the multiple thousands of feet long creature, the length of a chunk of a city, lays collapsed against the shoreline. with smoke billowing out from the buildings.
Are we like right up next to it?
Here, let me get you guys a token. Cursor.
Oh,
Turn that cursor upside down.
Okay,
As
I go down
you
this
as
path.
you close in on the bay, you are met with a blockade of ships that are encircling this thing on the side that is facing you, all along here. And as you sort of close up with them, you hear like
All along
amplified in the water, right here, in cording off this entire chunk, this entire bay.
I don't see
I don't
anything.
see
You're
it.
probably on the GM
pips or
layer.
anything.
Um,
I mean, I see Leviathan, but I don't see any pips or tokens.
I see like clouds. That's about it.
Yeah,
I see
that's it.
Leviathan clouds, but I don't see anything else.
I didn't give him.
See
I
the
didn't
map.
give him the bips. We'll give him the bips. Have some bips. Ah, fucking, they're still on GM layer. Get out of here. Get out of here. That layer, and also
There's
don't be squishy. This isn't. This is a radically wrong sized ship.
It's
okay.
fine.
They are but tokens, in truth.
It's fine.
You notice a set of large ships that have enclosed around it. And as you get in the last 100 feet from one off the bow of one of them, you hear a voice echoed over. Turn back! This area is off limits for right now. Just head around to the wharf. And the guy like kind of stops and he looks at you and this is also on the token. Okay, fucking there it is. There's your cursor. Sorry.
How
How close
how
that
many
way?
feet?
It
How close that
is about 2,000, 3,000-ish feet away.
So about half a mile-ish.
About half a mile. You can
No
see it
cockatrice
right there.
pecs.
If a cockatrice has 60 feet of movement as flight,
Okay. We'll do the calculation here. 60 feet of movement is flight at quadruple speed for run.
200.
quadruple speed for a run.
240 per 6 seconds. How many seconds do you have? How many rounds
You're
do you have?
you're looking at a minute out and a minute back, pretty much.
Taking full run actions.
It'd be like 9 rounds, actually.
12, 13. I have 13 rounds.
So you could make it.
But making it back is a question.
3,000. If you're just getting up to the booty here,
I just need to get to bite it.
you can make it there, and you could even make it there. No, you can't even. You couldn't even quite make it to shore. You could make it there, and you could probably climb across its carcass back to shore, but you couldn't. You wouldn't be able to fly back in time.
That's up to you. Okay.
That and you would be a wanted bird.
If they
Hey,
catch
there's
you.
no big difference there.
What's another city to be run out of, really? In the grand scheme of things.
I mean,
I've been run out of worse places.
I'm just a cockatrice. Like, what are they gonna do?
Where are those indigenous
You sure you want to
missiles?
say that?
That's up to you.
Let me check. Let me check the bats because they're smaller, so it might be easier to ignore. There's just a thing as we get into evening.
I'm gonna burp.
As the burbs, and the evening sets,
40.
the ship begins to swing past this creature, which actually, in its fucking swing, you might be able to make it out to the tip of the tail and back now, as it's clearing around, depending on how quickly it clears. I gotta do some math. It's the speed of a boat, because it might be gone by the time you need to come back. Sailing ship, per hour, 2 miles. It gives this thing a speed of.
Does anybody have any spells that increase movement speed?
Nope.
I could intimidate you to go faster.
I think my own internal diplomacy is working for me.
No dice.
A minute. Yes, you would be able to make it there and make it back to the boat, even when the boat were to move at its full move speed, an extra 200 feet away. You'd be in the last like seconds of your fucking morph, but you'd clear
Then
it
I'm
with.
doing it.
All right.
Then I'm absolutely going for it.
As Koke dives off the side of the boat. Wait, no, Missy, I wouldn't. Oh,
What the actual?
But where's she going?
that's a very good question.
I'm a small, so just
Yeah.
a small little bird flying.
Chef is standing there making, like, using both of their hands to make munching motions.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
Clearly not.
Okay,
All right, Captain. Just try to stay somewhat close to shore, I guess. But keep heading towards the
okay,
bay.
I can't just stay. I gotta, they're gonna fucking open fire.
I know. I know.
Maybe she moves. She got herself into this mess.
Quick check. All right, well, here we go then. And he swings north just as the ship. I will not repeat myself again. You there, move on. And he starts continuing. He starts moving his way around, and over the course of the fucking 3 minutes that he travels between those two hexes, you can get there the minute and the minute back, and still get back to the boat. So, you flap, go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Stealth.
And you are small, and there's bonuses for that, which I will trust you to Google.
Yes.
Tiny bet.
Plus-
I think.
Hang on. Okay, so
+4.
+4. And I also have a +3. So that's a 7. Here we go. Here's where I failed my roll. 24.
24, Jesus Christ. Okay. On the deck of the ship, as you whiz by it, a couple of crewmen are going to attempt to spot you.
Please don't spot me. It's just a burp. I'm just a bird.
Neither of them catch you. As you kind of look at them, and you kind of keep yourself low against the waves, and they're looking out for boats, and their eyes don't even resolve on the tiny, tiny creature that just right under the bowsprit and over to the coast. You find probably just a couple 100 feet off from that boat, off the edge of that boat, you find the floating tail of this creature. So diminutive, but still, as you reach it and as you look at it, this thing still is, 50 feet in diameter at its narrowest tip.
I'm a
You
bite it.
you land on the tip of the tail floating, which is bigger than which is as functionally larger than the ship you came in on.
And
This
I'm a
little
small
tail
right
tip.
now.
As you small land on this little floating tail, and you reach down and you take a bite. Do you remain in your form for the whole time that you've been eating it?
Yes, I have to.
Okay.
If I turn back, I have a minute before I can transform again.
You're just sitting there, just straddling this tail, on the ocean.
They'll spot me as a person sitting on this thing, but I'm just a scavenger boy.
Okay.
A tiny little scavenger boy.
You spend a round taking a bite, and no sooner do you bite into it as you feel it's like a surging headache.
Excellent.
It's like the experience of being flooded with water that's on fire. in your head.
Excellent.
It's almost impossible to describe, but as it kind of courses through you, through the power of you being a blue mage, you gain the ability to cast. Leviathan. Let me get the actual name for you. Spring Water. And the ability to cast Leviathan's unique healing ability, Radial Heal Spring Water.
What level is it, spell-wise?
Blue Mage 5.
Oh, Jesus, I can't cast that yet, but okay.
You also, with this, under the power of your morph, you think you kind of understand the shape that this creature is, as you contemplate it a little bit more deeply. And you get the impression you could probably turn into it if you really, really tried.
Is that minute break worth it now?
I look back at the ship.
It's the one that you're avoiding is about 700 feet away. Yours is behind it. It's just out of line of sight right now.
Are they? Can I see anything on the ship? Are they like looking at the Leviathan? Or are they looking?
They're mostly looking outwards. You do see some people looking inward at the Leviathan, keeping an eye on it. Specifically,
is there any like fin nearby that I can kind of?
You could slide down and hold on to the inside of this crux of the tail in the water, and just by the sheer diameter of this tail, it will occlude the ship from you.
I'm gonna do that and transform back, and I'm gonna wait a minute.
Okay.
Oh no.
You guys on the boat.
Oh no.
You guys on the boat. You see her go, and the guy's sitting there taking his time, and he's taking his time, and he's taking his time. And Chef, you're familiar with the nuances of her morph, and that next minute passes that you would expect to see her again, and she isn't back yet.
It's just a fold of the arms. Staring out.
The next couple minutes pass, and the boat drifts out of what would have been her effective flight range. You all have no idea what's up with her, but she should be back by now.
So that whole transforming thing, she needs to rest after that, isn't she?
Nod.
And she's still probably over there.
Vise is kind of like on the starboard side of the ship, just kind of with bated breath looking out into the sea at the creature. How long does she have to rest for?
Shrug.
I guess I could technically make a knowledge arcana check to tell her.
Yes, please do.
How much would you know about morph blue mages?
We will
I can
see.
figure out
No.
fucking runes of time magic in a fucking cupboard. I'm pretty sure I can figure out blue magic.
You've
Fair.
been traveling with her the whole time.
Depends on how common it is.
Let's see. Knowledge
That's what the
arcana.
roll's
Although
for.
Sapphire Magus does exist, so
Yeah. Let's see. Knowledge arcana.
even if the more savage and brutal of I eat and therefore I am.
Yeah.
14.
14. You're not quite sure. You know there's a rest period. You know that's kind of the fatigued trade-off of blue magic morphs, but you don't remember how long it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can't keep waiting for her. The fleet's gonna get agitated. Captain, take us to shore. She'll have to catch up to us later.
Okay. Here we go then. And you sail onwards. And at your speed, like half an hour passes, or more like 2 hours pass, as it crawls into evening here. By the time you're here at the wharf, you're kind of near the end of sunset. Koke, 2 hours are passing. What are you doing?
I spend the minute resting, and then I want to harness this power.
Okay.
I want to focus on it.
Oh no.
As you focus,
I want to do my best, because it's like, okay, these guys are attacking, and I'm an intelligent one. And as I sit hiding from ships as I've just eaten a god, and I am transforming, I want to go into the water.
Okay.
I don't want to just be Leviathan sat on top of a Leviathan like.
It's spawned ads. Get it.
I want to
Oh,
slip
no.
into the water and away as fast as I can. If I
God, it's
do
the orphan of
transform.
Cosm.
Oh god.
So as you kind of sit, laying against the side of this thing on the downhill side of its tail, and you focus on this, and right when you think you got it, you dive out into the water. And as you hit the water, you become what a summoner would use as an avatar of Leviathan,
Yes.
with the commensurate stats for your caster level.
Just elongating into a tube. Just
Yeah.
colossal size.
And I need to look up summoner real quick.
It'll
it-
be in there in summoner,
It
and
varies.
you'll probably have to go through and actually like construct this form's own character sheet, because like it has the stats for leveling up your
Yeah.
because it has a different
your Aeon with you.
it has a different template depending on the summoner's level.
Yeah.
So,
So you kind of have to look at that and sort of interpolate
So
for your
this would
caster
be-
level that.
she'd be pulling off a level 6 version of a summoner's Leviathan.
Yeah.
Which
With
is
the
probably
commensurate size and attacks and math and damage stats. For
Well,
that
let me have a look. Let me have a look at what Leviathan's movement is then.
Except, of course,
after
in combat, summoners get themselves too and they're summoned, but
yeah, which of course after Koke finishes transforming and having her, euphoric orgasm in the water. While she's doing that, I'm gonna go get a drink.
we'll see if does anybody spot you swimming away? Oh no! I'm too fucking. I'm like the odds of this are so slim.
It's about 5%, really.
I'm pretty sure
Because I
that's
just
20
swim
or
away under the water at
you just-
60 feet.
Yeah,
I I'm run action swimming to
Run, swim.
land.
to land. Which way?
Yes. Kind of in like if I'm here this way.
Mm.
Because I could have only made it back to the ship. Could I have made it back to the ship?
In that time,
Oh, did it
what was
take-
your speed? 60?
60, yeah.
Wasn't your flight speed also 60?
Yes. So I can make it back.
No, because
No,
we
you
moved
wouldn't
on
you wouldn't
out
have had
of
enough
here.
time. You wouldn't have
Oh,
had enough
okay.
time because it's the same speed. We already did the calculation for that.
Alright.
You didn't have that extra minute to spare.
Okay, well then I would make it. I would go to land because I can't.
As
Alright,
you,
unfortunately, one of them got a critical eye on you.
hmm
Well,
One of them
always seeing
kinda-
something swimming away
What?
underwater. What is it?
You think you see that, sir? Maybe. What is it? Some kind of fish? Let me make a spellcraft check. No, wait, not spellcraft. Let me make a knowledge arcana check.
The generation when they use spellcraft for fishing.
Yeah. Huh. It sure as hell
If
looks
anyone
like
would have been
Leviathan.
Moonbright.
Yeah, no, you gotta take into account the guards in Moonbright and their knowledge arcana checks. We'll tell them about this. Don't worry, it'll be fine. After a minute or so, what was the range here for? Yeah, 1,000 feet later, at 60 feet around, that number of rounds later, which should be approximately right at the end of your capacity to morph for today, like almost within a couple rounds. You splash up on shore and are whiffed back into Koke.
I'm just lying on my back, completely drenched, laughing. So much laughing. I'm exhausted, and this is the best day ever.
Just
I have no idea where the fuck I am. I don't know where everyone else is, but I don't care. I've got the first piece of the puzzle.
laughing out loud, you say. That's just full volume, right?
Yeah. So just lying on my back, completely drenched.
Jesus.
I mean, can I be heard by the boats? I'm not that loud. I'm so small.
While you're laying on this coastline, you hear behind you inland, maybe a quarter kilometer, just up a hill and around a corner from you. You hear someone shout, "Hello? Is anybody out there? Out there? Out there?" And
What would I do? What would I do? What would I do? What would I do?
you do hear converging footsteps towards the laughter.
Do you think we've got about half an hour of cocaine shenanigans up ahead?
We could
Possibly.
we could run her half an hour cookie shenanigans if you want to real quick go and do your thing.
I've got to go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. If you got to go right now, we'll do that. If you would prefer to stay for a couple minutes, we can jump back to you guys for a couple minutes until you have to go. Then we can do cookie shenanigans until you get back. Which one do you
Nah,
want to do?
I can.
No, it's
It'd be
fine.
better if I just go now.
Okay.
Odds are we probably find
How
a
about-
more for the night.
Yeah, how about Tam goes, you can cut the screen here.
Yeah. Actually, what time are we at? At 2:30. Yeah, we could do an episode break right here.
Then yeah, I'll be back in like half an hour
Okay.
or something.
I'm gonna get a drink.
We're going to keep the live stream running. We will be terminating the recording here for the YouTube post. And we will see everyone for another episode of Final Pathfinder if you're watching on YouTube. Coming up next. Thanks for watching.
Mhm.